So we're looking at your tertiary sources activity. This is kind of based off of Wikipedia and based off of some of the things that we just talked about in your tertiary sources presentation. So for this activity, you're going to be exploring an issue you're considering for your inquiry project. You're not married to that idea. Just pick something you're thinking about exploring. If you do stick with it, this does help you with your research, but you can change your mind if you would like to. You can consider something you're maybe looking at for the LOI, like the group brainstorming on the Padlet, that activity too. Both of these are brainstorming activities designed to help you kind of get at what you might want to do for your project. So what you're going to be doing is using Wikipedia, the way we talked about in the presentation, to gather terms, events, sources, and perspectives to help you get your research off the ground. So you're going to go into your writing folder, and you're going to open a document under daily work. And then we're going to be doing part 1, which is to plan some research you're going to do. So to come up with kind of a research plan using Wikipedia. If you have a hang-up about Wikipedia, you're welcome to use CQ Researcher. But you're going to find a page that connects to your issue in some way, whether specifically or kind of tangentially, but you're going to use the provided content there to brainstorm some places to go to get your research started. So some of the things that we talked about in your presentation. So what you're going to record for part 1 is the link, obviously, to the Wikipedia page you're using. 3 specific terms, phrases, laws, events, names, things that are new for you and relevant to the issue that you could look up. So for instance, if I were doing standardized testing, I might look up the No Child Left Behind Act or the Every Student Succeeds Act, or maybe specific names like Ken Robinson or Salt Khan, 2 perspectives or groups of people referenced. This is the Burke's Parlor model that we went over, the violent video games rhetoric. Then you're going to look up 4 potential sources from those references and further reading at the bottom, things that are outside of Wikipedia. So we're going to do some citation chasing. This is a copy and paste kind of thing where you look at these lists of sources and pick 4 that could be potential sources for research. So now you have a plan. You have some stuff to look up, some potential sources, some specific terms or names or perspectives, and you're going to choose 3 items from your list to Google and get some more information about that thing. So again, you've got 3 specific terms, 2 groups of people, 4 potential sources. So you've got 9 things, you're only choosing 3 to look up. So you can be selective, maybe get some variety in there. It could be, what you're going to do is a link to the source you found. So for each item that you look up, so a term, date, policy, things like that, one of those specific terms you looked up, or a specific group of people or a perspective, you're going to record, you're going to Google it, find some helpful information about it, you're going to record the link to the source you found and some helpful information. If it's a source you looked up, a little summary, maybe 2 or 3 sentences about what the source was about so that you can come back to it later. So you're going to record some notes. So 3 items. It could be your 3 sources, or it could be your 3 specific terms, or you can mix it up a little bit, but 3 items for each one. You're going to Google it, record the either source, you're going to record the source that it came from, and then either a summary of that source or some helpful information that you found about that item. And that is what you're going to be doing for your tertiary sources activity that is due on Sunday, July 17th.